Hello and welcome back to some more Tankleberry Does Memes. In today's episode we're doing some more trans memes. We do these memes very unprofessionally, and we're just here to have a nice time, I tell you. We're just here to have a nice time. I do actually have a lot more memes of other genres to finally get around to doing, and we'll have to get around to those eventually, I tell you. Eventually. Don't you dare look at me like that. I will get around to them eventually. Alright, so we're going to continue where we last left off. Alright, if you're a trans guy and you loved Milan as a kid, congratulations, Shang successfully made a man out of you. What even is this name? You know what, sorry, I got totally distracted by that name. This makes me really happy, actually. I hate that it's iFunnyCole. iFunnyCole just decides to steal everything I do. Trans girl, I think I'll call myself Samantha. Trans guys wearing Victorian boy clothes. I want to be called Duke Elliot Ferdinand V. Non-binary people, call me Rock. Trans women names are like 22nd century cyberpunk hacker jewel thieves, and trans man names are like drowned Victorian children. Exactly as it should be. Smallest feeblest. If I may add, non-binary names are often just like nouns. I had a classmate once named Brick, and that is the single most powerful name I've ever heard. You know, Brick can throw bricks, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm not trans, but that last image was absolutely relatable. Edit, you're not gonna believe this. I think I will believe, you know, whatever this person says from that image in the left hand corner that keeps getting cut out. So let me bring this over a little bit. Hopefully that now appears. Let me check. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I have to try and adjust this thing every single time that we do this, just because, you know, the different resolution. Did y'all see this, Lamau? Cis people are really good at using they them pronouns when they don't want their partners to know what gender they've been hanging out with. You know what, that is so true. That is so true. Oh, that is so true. If I'm being honest, that is so true. Alright, let's move on to our next one. I forgot I was zoomed in there, I was waiting for the thing to pop up. Who would win? A healthy bone snake, one type boy. Trans guy, positive. I just wanted to share this meme, Lamau. Also, reminder, if you've been wearing your binder for more than needed, please take a break. You don't want to hurt your healthy bone snake. And I will say, if you wear it too much, when you get top surgery, if you do want to have top surgery, it will not develop properly because of your thing being so tight that it will mess up your pecs. So keep that in mind. You know, you want to take some breaks from it. It is, you know, very addictive. That's what we'll say for some of you. Alright, stereotypes are bad, but here are different guys. Wait, I need to check something there. Wait 1 second. Checking the weather. It's soaking out there. It is soaking out there. Alright, stereotypes are bad, but here are the different kinds of trans guys. I can never say that word. Rot, vampire twink, literal cat, fae who stole your gender, a little too stealth, 30-year-old teenager, free communist manifestos in a trench coat, anthropomorphic Hawaiian shirt, a lumberjack, but very singy and progressive. Oh no, a goblin. It feels like a D&D campaign, if I'm being honest. Feels like a D&D campaign. Trans guy who doesn't realize he's turning into a werewolf because he assumes it's all just the normal side effects of starting testosterone. Trans girl who doesn't realize she's turning it into a vampire because she assumes it's all just normal side effects of starting estrogen. That gets me too good. That gets me good. Sort of saw a spider there for a second. Like I so much slunched there. You can't see it, but I slunched there. Ways in which being transfemme and a vampire overlap and simultaneous. Why can I say that word now? Simultaneously seen as alluring and repulsive. I possess. Oh, okay. The wariness of many decades, yet I'm always perpetually childlike. People are absolutely terrified that I will make more of me. 4. I'm instantly driven off by the sudden brandishing of religious symbols. I need to express permission to enter places where others move freely. Me being a lesbian actually makes me scarier. I thingy the trappings of my former life, yet I am regularly forced to reconfront them. Oh, that is so accurate. That is accurate. You know what? I'm clipping that one. Alright, let's move on to our next one. Respectfully, if you have a problem with trans women, attend in my gym, and you can find another gym to train at. I've discussed this several times before. Trans women are women, and also a minority that need to be protected. Please keep your transphobia away. That is a good gym person, I tell you. That is a good gym person. You don't get many of those these days, I tell you. They're always like staring. They're always just staring. Alright, what time are we at anyway? We're at 7 minutes. We can do another one of these, I tell you. We can do another one of these. Trans woman equal woman? I think that depends on... No, that wasn't the question. It's a demand. It's a demand. I'm just joking. I am a trans woman. I am transgender, a woman, a human being. I am not your thingy, a costume, a dirty secret, a man, your queer cred, your therapist, your tutor, a pity, a plot twist, a experiment, a punchline, a feel-good story, confused, a villain, a confessor. Oh wait, did I read the top bit of that? I am not. Alright, just making sure I did, read that. No one sees you as a woman. You'll always be a man to them. Excuse me, ma'am. And then, sure. Wait, can you tell me what... I read this perfectly fine when I got this, but, the resolutions went down very badly. I think that's... What aisle cookies are on? Sure, those are on aisle 20 now. Thank you, young lady. Of course. Trans people will never pass. We can always tell, TERFs. Those are not trans people, they are cis. Also, I love that Jammy guy is in there. He does some great stuff. Would recommend going and checking him out. The trans debate. We exist and deserve human rights. Yeah, sure, we just have concerns. That goes against human rights, man, You shouldn't concern, Okay, I'm gonna go, not rant there, Me, a transgender woman. What my friends think I look like. What my parents think I look like. Ah, yes. Sluffy boy. What J.K. Rowling thinks I look like. Why does it seem like from, one of those early 2000s cartoons? What my girlfriend thinks I look like. Elf. Angelic. Immortal. What I think I look like. How I actually look. Not bad, I tell you. Not bad at all. Definitely goals material. Trans women starter pack. How they think they look. How they actually look. Their gender, female. Yes, I'm transphobic, how could you tell? My support, check mark. Transgender people. We are ballad, everyone. Yes, you are. TERFs, you are not a woman. Trans man, yes. That's exactly the truth there. Gender isn't really like this. Gender is more like this. Before any of you say anything about that, I will say mushrooms have 15,000 genders. There's, certain mushrooms that have like 32k genders. And I tell you, I'm afraid of gender now. I'm afraid. Nature be scary. Nature be scary. Advanced biology be scary. I'm just joking. I find it fascinating, I tell you. I find it fascinating. Alright. Wait 1 second. There we go. Alright, now we'll continue on to our last one. Gender, male, female, I wish I knew. I tell you, a lot of these memes were collected like a while ago. I just, upload them, into this, area until I make an episode again on meme reading. And also, I'll extend this episode a little bit longer. I feel like we can do one more. Gender, male, female, prefer not to say. Actually, I'd love to say my gender, but you didn't give me any non-binary options, so I guess I'll just click prefer not to say and pretend that's representation instead of erasure. That's true. That is true. Why can't trans people let kids be kids? When I was 5, I was shoving crayons up my nose, not worrying about gender. When I was 5, I knew I was a boy, so it confused and upset me to use the women's restroom. I didn't even know what transgender was. I just knew my gender and didn't understand why no one else saw that. I love doing villager voices. I tell you, it never gets old. Never gets old. Alright. I wish I had a daughter. Dad, I'm trans. Me. Dad. It really is bad for my throat doing that. I do apologize. Because I go and it really jumps up your throat. It's not something that you should really do. Unless you're very good at voice acting, then, those people have like some vocal cords of a god, I tell you. Oop. I'm actually going to hydrate before I continue because, it was that bad. Oh, hello there, Robo Twilight. Villager noises also hi. Welcome on in. We're reading some trans memes today. I've been way behind on schedule. That's what I will say. I've been way behind on schedule. Alright, let's continue. I can't call someone they/them. It's grammatically incorrect. If you care about grammar so much, can you stop wrongly referring to us as transgenders? Me, an ally. A funny new sub. Everything hitting way too close to home, making me realize I'm trans. Are you coping, daughter? I'm literally a boy, Dad. I already told you. This is home, song, cave town. That and that one, that one hits good. That one hits good. Taking a break from my Toki Pona learning adventures to watch you read some trans. This is actually the second episode that I'm recording so far today. I plan on doing some more. I'll probably end off this stream at 20 minutes and then do another episode after that on stream. But you know what? I will tell you that looks. I like that edit. I like the edit of that computer. It cracks me up. If you don't know what Tokipona is, it's a kulang. Oh, alright. I'll actually search it up myself and remember what a kulang is. I tell you, my brain isn't what it used to be. It's why I have the title Duchess of Dementia for a reason. A language internationally created by individuals or groups rather than evolving naturally for purposes like fiction, international communication, or artistic expression. Wait for it, wait for it. Okay. Tolkien's Elvish is in there. I was double checking that was in there. Constructed language, basically somebody making up a language. Hey, those are always quite fun, I tell you. Those are always quite fun. Are you winning, son? What? I said, are you winning, son? I know, it's just... That's the first time you've called me son. That's wholesome one. I tell you, I have so many, like, trans mass memes, you know, scattered in, like, you know, big bulks every once in a while. Are you winning, son? No, Dad, I'm not winning. I've been trying to tell you that I am trans, and you still not listening to me. I'd be winning if you actually acknowledged me as your daughter and helped me make the steps towards achieving my goal of being physically female. But no, you're instead ignoring everything I say on that topic and making me feel even worse. In case you're wondering why I dislike you and Mum, that's why. Oh, that one hit hard, I tell you. That one hit hard. Are you winning, son? Dad, I've asked you not to do that anymore. I'm your daughter, remember? Ah, shoot. I did it again. I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm gonna get it right next time, I promise. Are you winning, princess? Not today, but that's okay. Well, it's good to see you smiling anyway. It's nice to see you so happy. I love you. I love you too, Dad. This one's a wholesome one, I tell you. That one is a wholesome one. Are you winning, son? Nah, but I really appreciated you using the correct pronouns. I know this might be confusing for you, but it makes me happy that you're trying. That is wholesome, I tell you. That is wholesome. Alright, let me mark it. Finally, it's going slowly up, you know, into my most used emoji. Alright. The best breakfast for TransFems, Estrios. Oh, that one never gets old. This one's a language made because offer wanted to simplify her thoughts. It's a simple language on purpose, only 135 words, no genders, etc. And it has a word for us trans people. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let me know what that one is. Let me know what that one is. That's pretty cool. Alright. Anti-trans, how dare you define what it means to be a woman? Don't like to wear dresses? You're not a real woman. Some people, you know, want to dress like, you know, pirates. Some people want to dress like, you know, what do you call it? Barbarians. Let them. Who cares? Like people used to wear potato sacks, you know. The language is just called Tokipona. The name officially translates to the language of good. You know what, that is nice. That is nice. Is your child texting about Blahaj? MTF, my toothy friend. FTM, fish that's magnificent. NB, nautical brethren. AMAB, Septon, majestic and beloved. AFAB, a fabulous aquatic buddy. FFS, friend from Sweden. HRT, hugging, relaxing time. I love Blahaj too. I have my original Blahaj behind me. And I have two other Blahajes over there. And then I have a bunch of tiny Blahajes. And I have a rainbow Blahaj. And I have a trans-colored Blahaj. I have so many Blahajes. Blahaj eternal. Alright. On to our next meme. Realistic transition goals. Wait 1 second. Realistic transition goals. This car from Cars. You know what, that's understandable. Sometimes, you know, it's in those, you know, things like that, you know, that really just inspire you. Not a girl, not a boy. I saw this and I thought, you know what, I'll add it anyway, it's quite nice. Alright. I'm a grown woman, I'm a big adult, I can do this. Trans voice lessons. The big picture of voice feminization. Trans voice click. Inhale. Cry. It'd be hard, I tell you, but I believe in yous. I believe in yous. For me, you know, I have a terrible voice. I cannot do voices, I tell you. I could do Kermit's voice, and I could do Shaggy's voice, and I could do Gingy's voice. But keeping those, I can only do Gingy's voice. That's the only one that I remember doing. Good old trans voice lessons. Also, Fairy Princess Lucy voice tutorials are great too. I love her stuff. Yeah. You know what? My brain started farting there. But voice, you know, lessons have gone a lot better these days. You know, there's a lot more experience out there. Like, you know, I wish I had, you know, a better voice. Or, you know, could control my voice a lot more, but still, I cannot. I'm terrible at it. I'm terrible at it. And we're all gonna be terrible at it. One day, you know, hopefully not. Gender is defined by chromosomes. No, that's not like that. XY, XX, and then you have X. No, wait. Is that XO? XXX, XXY, XYY. This is intersex. Yes. It took me a little while to, you know, read the very fuzzy text. I tell you, sometimes resolution just gets broken when you're sending it over. Trans girls were lesbians. TERFs, no, you're just women, straight guys preying on gay women. You know, I accidentally turned the TERFs into women. You know what? There we go. No, you're just straight men preying on gay women. Start dating each other. I must be the victim in this situation somehow. Girls are hot, guys are hurts. And why? And non-binary people are hot. Why is everyone so hot? Global warming. I guess that is true, you know. It get a bit too hot. Also, Pedro Pascal there. Look at that guy. I always see this guy, and he's always in movies, I tell you. And, you know, he doesn't do a bad job. It's just, a lot of the time, I don't like him in the movies. And that's probably because, you know, he's always like the certain character that, you know, well, character type that I just dislike. Conservative logic. Him, her. Why does it sound like a village? Him, her. You want to be like... Wait 1 second. Also, I will check the time for this episode. I don't want to go over my set time for today. We went over the set time today. I tell you, I was going to end this off at 20... You know what, I'll end it off at 25 minutes, but I'll end it off right here. So, hopefully you enjoy this. If you're on the Twitch side, don't worry, I'll be restarting. And if you're on the YouTube side, that'll be the end of today's episode. So, and by Joanne, I mean, you know, the moldy one. Yeah. Alright, so, hopefully you enjoyed this. Have a nice day, stay safe as well. Thanks for your time, it's very important. I'm going to see things, bye bye.